Oh, long time, man. Do you remember me?
Yeah, I remember you. You're from the UK, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Alhamdulillah. How's everything going?
You know, um, bro, I fell off, man.
Nah, you're good, akhi.
Bro, I fell off hard. Yeah, just I started again.
Alhamdulillah.
I'm sort of nurse, and now I am on sort of Al-Qamar. But
Okay, yeah.
before,
I remember
yeah,
you were on Jinn, right?
again.
You were on Salt al Jinn, I think last time we met.
Yeah, bro, we
Yeah.
were all in the same place, man. Bro,
Yeah,
you need
yeah,
some
yeah.
motivation from me, man. Talk
Alhamdulillah.
to me, like how goes your progress been?
Alhamdulillah, it's good. I kind of slowed down, but it's kind of like some
Yeah,
days I was going good, and then I started this new job, so I had to like when you start usually a new job, it's kind of hectic. So I
yeah.
didn't have that much time, but I just did like a few weeks of just revising, no new memorization. So I think I could have
Okay.
maybe made it a little bit further, but alhamdulillah, it's okay so far. I'm on Ankabut right now.
Say wallahi,
Ah, wallah.
Allahumma barik. Oh my
Ah, jazakallah
God.
khair. Jazakallah khair.
Allahumma barik.
Jazakallah
Subhanallah.
khair, man.
Oh
Nah,
my God, that's amazing.
nah,
Um,
alhamdulillah.
Wallahi, may Allah reward you for your effort, bro. That's not easy, man.
Alhamdulillah, nah, yeah.
Um,
Inshallah, I think you can get it
and
back though, because once you memorize something like once before, you
hmm?
can once you've got to jinn already, you should be able to get there pretty fast again, because it's kind of like maybe deep in your memory. You just have to warm it up again.
Yeah, sometimes, bro, I think when you go through this, yeah, this whole journey, it's you have different times, you have different types of motivation. So in the beginning, you're very excited. You're gonna run through just Amma,
Yeah,
maybe just Tabarak, and then you might start to stagnate on some surahs, maybe Surah Al-Muntahina, or maybe there's another surah that's a little bit more tough on the tongue, makes it a bit more hard, whether it's Tahrim or Talaq. Then
nah,
you start going to Surah Al-Rahman, and then you start getting into like the Hameems and Surah Fusilat. But
nah.
the thing is, it's just like there's different times where the motivation comes and it stops. And plus, I think one thing that I struggled with a lot is that I'm in tech, so I'm also doing like a lot of learning on the side
Yeah, man. That's the
during
thing. That's the
during
thing.
my free time. So I'm learning like programming languages and things like that, and different
Yeah, that's
tooling
what slowed
and
me
stuff
down.
like that.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly,
just
man.
like, yeah. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, okay, what am I prioritizing? Then I jump on like YouTube randomly when I'm getting a coffee, go and walk in the park. Oh, Adam uploaded a YouTube video. I listen to it. It's just like, it's
Nah,
like
man, I'm the
what,
same.
like everything that like all of the points that you mentioned is like all of the things that like are going through my mind. It's just like subhanallah.
Alhamdulillah, man.
And it's really relatable, bro. And I think a lot of the stuff and the effort that you put into this when you don't really need to is really good, bro.
Nah,
Um,
alhamdulillah. I appreciate you, man.
yeah,
Nah.
man. But I think, bro, right now I'm just stuck, bro, man. Like revision, like everything has just become so. I fell out of the routine. You probably might, on some level, know that when you stop memorizing, it becomes difficult when you start memorizing, because you start to realize that it's actually a lot of effort.
Exactly.
Maybe you were memorizing a page and it was just flowing out like no tomorrow is easy. You're memorizing this and that, every single day. Then you might struggle. If you do it for a long time, it's like a skill and a habit you need to build up again. And
Yeah.
then sometimes you look back at the things that you memorized, and then it's just like daunting. Like, whoa, okay, I need to revise 60 pages. 60 pages is nothing.
Yeah, man. Nah, yeah, I feel you. I
It's
feel you.
absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, yeah.
Nah, man, I'm in the
But
same
I'm
boat.
just,
I'm in the
yes,
same
no,
boat.
sorry.
Nah, I'm in the same boat, like you said, yeah. Especially if you're
Mm,
working in like tech is kind of like an industry. It's not really like too relaxed. It's like you gotta,
mm-hmm.
if you're just starting, you gotta learn stuff. So then, like you said, with the priorities, you gotta see what you're prioritizing because when I had like more time on my hands and I was like knocking out good maybe a page every single day, and I was on top of the revision. I was doing dedicating good time, and then as soon as I started, I was like, oh man, I kind of fell off a few days, Even now, some days I'll miss a few days, but I think the minimum is like if you can just try to find a time where you can revise at least, that'll be good because if you were to, let's say, you know, make it to a certain particular portion and you just
Mm,
revised and you just kept that, I think you would be more motivated to memorize than if you like started again from ground zero, you know?
yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah.
I think one thing I've realized is to always move forward as well, you know, not just
Yeah.
stopping, even if it's just 2 or 3 hours a day or something, you know.
Nah, yeah.
Um,
Any progress is like good progress on this. Yeah.
yeah, progress is progress, man. Because I realized even if you get to, like, for example, where you are, you probably sometimes think, yo, I don't remember that portion
Oh,
very
for
well.
real. No, it
I
happens.
might have to look at the Mus'haf and read it, and of course it's gonna flow when you read it from the Mus'haf, but when you try to read it from memory, you might get like a bit like,
No,
I don't know,
exactly. Exactly.
upset with yourself that you haven't like memorized it, but or like the memory has become weak. So, and I don't know. You can correct me if I'm wrong with that, but it's just an assumption. Like the more that you memorize the Quran, the more you're gonna fall into maybe there's gonna be some parts that you've become weak at, especially if you're going for the first khatam, right? Because this is the first khatam, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. No, you're 100%. You hit the nail on the head. It's exactly how it is. The more I've memorized this, there's just like honestly some pages when I revise to, I'm like, I don't even know how this. I don't even know the first page, let alone like when we get to page 6 or 7. So because the first khatam, like you said, it's always gonna be weak. So yeah, ideally, if you just like if you can finish the first khatam, it makes it much easier. I think because then you just when you just have like the you just have to revise. I feel like that's when you really start strengthening. Whereas you kind of have to split your time between the first khatam memorizing stuff that's new and then also revising. It makes it a little bit more challenging. But alhamdulillah, as long as you can, I think honestly, even if you get back in this routine, alhamdulillah, you should be good, man.
Yeah, bro. I just need to. It's one of them ones where I think when you start this journey, I feel like you get exposed, bro, for who you are, man. Like, you start to realize that it's nothing like anything else that you may have worked towards in life.
Yeah, no.
It's something where, it exposes you for who you are. It exposes, like, the level of discipline you have and all of this type of stuff. So it's like, if you don't, like, read the Quran every single day, if you start on this journey and you don't read the Quran every single day, you will naturally feel like a level of emptiness, which is worse than when you didn't even start reading the
Yeah,
Quran.
exactly. No, exactly.
And if you have a day that you don't read the Quran, you feel like a flipping
I feel like you failed.
NPC. You feel like a bot. Those GTA characters that are
Yeah,
just
yeah,
always
yeah.
repeating the same words.
No, exactly, exactly. Once you start, it's like, and then once you start and you fall off, there's no worse feeling than that. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just getting it back, just getting the memorization habit back, and then and even with revision, like sometimes like I look at what I've memorized, it's just like I could essentially like revise just a day, and then but even that just is it just straight from my mind or is it straight from the book? So
Exactly,
like
exactly. No, I feel you,
how do I
man.
even go by it? Yeah, so.
Yeah.
I don't
Hey,
know. I
since
feel like I'm cheating myself when I read from the Mus'haf when I'm doing
yeah,
revision.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, ideally, the
My
memories.
mind goes somewhere else, like,
I see.
and it's bad. It's bad, like, but sometimes when you read from Mus'haf, it's easy to multitask. It's not good, but
Yeah,
it
yeah,
happens. I think like your mind goes away sometimes. Like
yeah.
you
It's
might get
true.
distracted by something that you see in front of you. But I think if you don't have the Mus'haf and you're reading, you're forced to concentrate, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I prefer. I started off like kind of doing mainly using the mushaf, but it's more like just a more experimenting. I think it's way better to just try as much as you can for memory, and then if you don't know where you're at, then obviously you can look at the mushaf. But yeah.